day. From State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, this is the National Football League.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing on first down is Murray. Buying time to his left. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Tua. Escape. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Isaiah Simmons able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now left side on the swing pass. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. So, Charles, first drive here, little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Now Tua. And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got a turnover? We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Tua now on first down. Being chased out left. And he's going to go out of bounds. Gigantic loss. Kept retreating. Steps out. That goes down as a sack and a big loss of yardage. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Throwing on 2nd and long. Tua flushed. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The sack there by J.J. Watt. Needs something something from deep in the bag of tricks here. After first and second down went backwards, it's third and very long. From the gun, it's Tua. And that is incomplete. The pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up.
This defense, they came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up fourth down.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And they'll let this one go right on the outskirts of the 10. They'll down it at the 11-yard line. Now Kyler Murray ready to get back under center. And he'll need to find a way to shrug off the opening drive, if you can even call it a drive. One play and an interception, so he's got to forget that.
I know that in today's football, we have a good number of coaches who don't look at time of possession the way that the old school guys did. But there's still a place for it. And I think that on this drive, after having thrown that interception, they're going to want to eat up a little bit more clock and run some offense and give their defense a little bit of a break.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
Second and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Murray. He'll buy some time right. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he gets up near the 25 to about the 24 before going out of bounds. First carry for James Conner. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Play action. Now it's Murray. And Anderson's got it. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Play fake. Murray. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The good signal calls would never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
On second and 10, Murray flush to his right. And a high throw there as this is knocked away down to the ground and incomplete.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big third down coming up.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a third and 10. Throwing now is Murray. They go screen. This is Ingram. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that's going to make it fourth down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up first and 10 at their own 27. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So we've seen some good pressure defensively already here in the first quarter. Here's another good example.
Here's 2nd and 10. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. On the screen, this is Edmonds. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Returning it is Moore. That'll go as a 42-yard punt. They'll be aided by a loss of yardage on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Well, the football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, 2nd quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. They start with a give to counter. Oh, he bowls over him. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now Murray sliding out of the pocket, throwing the out route incomplete. That's counter. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. Justin Pugh, the left guard that time with the flag. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Murray going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Dolphins offense returning to the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Now that's the way you want to start a drive. Talk about a tone setter as well as a playbook opener. Now if you want to take a big shot over the top, you're all positioned to do so.
On 2nd and 1, Tua. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Jeff Gladney. And the Cards are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Murray a give. This is Connor. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. From just shy of midfield, Murray. He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. On the handoff, Connor. Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Dancing to his left. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. Here's Andy Lee now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Tackled by Isaiah Simmons.
Really shouldn't be a surprise. It's going to be hard to move people in this situation. You know they're going to bring the pressure defensively. So I remember playing in these spots, and my coach was always saying, don't be afraid to try and create a safety, too. They're going to bring pressure.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Over the middle and complete to Waddle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A big play there for the Dolphins.
This offense has been slow to get started, but that...
And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So that challenge, a successful one. Throwing again on 2nd down. Tua eluding the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Tua to throw again. And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down. J.J. Watt able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Was hoping to make a play there on the return with his speed. Instead, he makes a play for the other side.
Yeah, and how many times have we heard coaches say, you know, sometimes it's not really about those X's and O's we drop. It's about those Jimmies and Joes. And when you have a punt returner, he's one of those Jimmies and Joes, one of the best athletes. He's unable to make the play that they were seeking, though.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. The dangerous Hill now to return. Past midfield, look out. Still going past the 30. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Miami. Well, these two teams battled through a scoreless first half. Finally, a breakthrough here in quarter number 3.
And I just wonder how that played for both of them psychologically, because when you battle through a scoreless first half, now you know that every possession is increasingly crucial. Who can put points on the board, make the other team chase? Wonder if you get a lift and if they get deflated a little bit.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Murray. And this will be swung out here for counter. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. And we've got movement by one of the big boys up front for Arizona. Flag comes in. You expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete. It was Sheldrick Redwine with good coverage that time as he was there to knock it away. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And Mostert with a first down carry. Nice carry. Gets his way forward for a pickup of about 6 yards. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tua sets up to pass it. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. This defense tried to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And they will get to this one and down it at the 13-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
First down, Murray. They'll get this to Connor underneath. And they'll get him down here at the 23. A good gain on first, has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Here's a handoff to Connor, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, partner, I haven't seen a vote for most popular player on the team. This guy's got to get a lot of votes. He does not care, does he? Totally unselfish, physical runner, doesn't worry about yardage, just keeps moving the chains, being a team player.
They'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. To throw, it's Murray. Well, that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They read zone coverage there and thought there was some space to send their guy right into the middle on a slant, hoping he would get lost. Instead, they read it quite well and closed quickly.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now from Murray. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this one will wind up being down just outside of that 20-yard line. Miami's offense set and ready to go. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a throw here to his running back. So they'll get 8 out of that completion. And that'll bring up 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, make him make someone miss in the open field. Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. And they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
On a jet sweep, here comes Waddle. And he'll get it across midfield and down into Cardinal territory. Now a give to Mostert running right. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So a false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Cardinals are right back in this football game. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Steps away to his left. This throw incomplete, nearly picked off. And with his pedigree, he doesn't drop many of those. But 3rd down coming up.
The frustration is definitely setting in because they've thrown it to him over and over, unable to come up with a catch thus far.
I think he knew he would have his challenges against his secondary. I don't think he saw a goose egg at this point in the game. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Now Murray off play action. Escaping the pressure right. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Now Murray's got to have this one. Oh, they've intercepted Murray for the 3rd time. Picked off by Keon Crossan. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Arizona's offense back out and ready to go. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick-6. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second down, here's an option right. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. The Cardinals on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. On play action, it's Murray. Going deep for Hopkins. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. Rolling to his right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town at 2nd and a country mile. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What a fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Murray now on 1st down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 11, and he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long, long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who can make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 56 yards rushing for him now to this point. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. Once again, it's Mostert. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. They hand it off to Mostert. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they
Tonight, from the Superdome in New Orleans, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Jameis Winston and the New Orleans Saints taking on Tua Tagovailoa and the Miami Dolphins.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Superdome here in New Orleans. The setting in this dome just serves to amplify the excitement of the folks in New Orleans as their Saints burst from the tunnel a moment ago. They're set, and we're set as well as the Saints get ready to do battle with the Miami Dolphins. Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from the Superdome. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone, and ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Four yards remain for second down. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. And this will wind up as Saints first down as he gets it up past the 35. So from the 36 now, first and 10. They go play action. Winston. Left side, it's complete. And out across midfield down to the 45. If you're a fan of old-school physical football, that play was for you.
No doubt about it. That play was for anyone who likes football. He did everything properly on that one. Great contact, wrapped it up, unable to jar the ball free. The only disappointment on the play for him.
On first down, it's Ingram. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6. Now a second down and 6. It's a give to the right, Ingram. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3. Winston to give. It's Kamara. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
So important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're punting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. Don't want to be too over the top. But you're right, big 3rd down conversion. Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll try to throw now. Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Winston. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And the Dolphins are going to get the football here as they force the INT on the game's opening drive. So now here are the Dolphins getting set for their first drive. They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And for all the collegiate success he had, highest passer efficiency rating by a mile, he's a guy who's had his share of detractors at the professional level, but I do like his poise, I do like his moxie, and I love his accuracy.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. They run on first down, but it only produces a gain of 2. It's 2nd down now. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. Tua. This one complete to Jalen Waddle. And he'll be corralled right around the 34.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. This is Mostert. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? They'll try and run here with Mostert. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. We're scoreless after 1. Six yards left on 2nd down. Mostert. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So he was holding from that left tackle position.
Everyone tries to keep their hands inside when they're blocking ever since they liberalized the rules where you can extend them out. But sometimes they get out a little wide and they get detected grabbing some cloth.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. That one brought in by his tight end, Adam Shaheen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 35.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So in Saints territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. On first down, Tagovailoa. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So that turns out to be a good call by Brian Flores. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. After the field goal, here comes Sanders to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Jameis to throw it. And his pass incomplete.
Now, that's absolutely terrific technique right there by the corner. Exhibit A. Zone coverage, knew where his man was in relation to the football at all times, and made a nice play.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Winston. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first 2 drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Eight yards on the return following a punt of 41. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So Miami coming out for their second drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Play action. Now it's Tua. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Now Waddle on the jet sweep. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
On play action, here's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 30.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty because the corner route is extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
This ball is caught by Shaheen. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know. Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done. I believe I'm following their logic. Take the big shot downfield, loosen things up. You're hoping to get some points on the board before the half. Maybe now you come back and throw some underneath stuff in order to make sure you get a completion.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Throw left side complete to Troutman. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
We'll put that one in the win column for the defense. Trying to contain tight ends in the passing game is so difficult nowadays, but they did in a big way there.
Winston now from the 50. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 now on first down. And now this one may draw a penalty. He just blindly threw that one to the sideline. And yep, indeed, the flag is out. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Tua going to throw. They're going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Harris returning. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
The Saints going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Lutz is good. And a 2nd field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So a big play before the end of the half to get them into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Lutz now to kick this one away.
They're going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25.
Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
That's on the guard, Connor Williams.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
60 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brings up 2nd down at the 21-yard line.
On the jet sweep, here comes Waddle.
The ball comes out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
A little bit of a break for the offense with that football going out of bounds. Remember, they haven't turned it over yet, Charles.
Yeah, and they've taken care of the ball so well, they had to feel good about their chances and their opportunities. Remember the old adage, the team making the fewest mistakes will win? They almost cost themselves with that one.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on 1st down.
And while the guys with the ball are having a whole lot of fun keeping it on the ground, the guys on the opposite side, they are having zero fun. They've been getting pushed around the entire game and haven't found an answer yet to slow down the running game.
2nd down and 3.
Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Forced out to his left.
And Tua going to slide to a halt, but he will have the 1st down.
A gain of 16 yards.
That's something we have not seen him do to this point, and that's take the ball, tuck it, and run.
Exactly right. His first carry of the game. I guess he picked a good time to do it.
He certainly did. Not only did he have the element of surprise, he's making sure he's judicious in taking off.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
So pass interference, the call there. Always, obviously, Charles, such a... objective call. You agree with the penalty?
Well, from where we're standing right now, I think the officials are tightening things up here in the second half. Maybe a defender gets away with that in the first, but this time the flag comes out, and I think it's a good call.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
Zach Bond
leading the surge there as he drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, surprise, surprise. 1st and goal at the 1. No quarterback sneak. No running play. They decide to throw for it, but the pressure got to him quickly and put the quarterback down.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert.
His second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 15 now. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
40 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. This defense, Charles, coming up with another interception. They have really done an excellent job of locking up these receivers.
Yeah, they're really on fire. They are actually doing what they talk about all the time, which is plastering to receivers when they're in their zones. They didn't give up a touchdown the first half. Haven't done so here in this half either. Blanketed the field going all the way back to the opening drive, and they come up with a pick right there.
And this one is incomplete.
What has not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete, but you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On second down, Mostert.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. He's turning in a pretty impressive performance running the football, and a big reason why they have this nice lead.
And in days gone by, we would clip this out and put it up on the refrigerator, wouldn't we? Clip out the box score. Nowadays, not too many newspapers out there. Maybe you screenshot it online.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. They complete it to Hill. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was not what you would call straight line pursuit for a middle linebacker to make this play. He's got to work his way through the clutter to get to the ball carrier on the outside, and he does exactly that. That's called avoiding the trash.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
This will be caught. It's Waddle.
And And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 43.
A gain of 27 on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
Gets it to Hill. It's a jet sweep. There he goes inside the 30. And down to the 27-yard line.
An excellent run there coming from out wide.
And we used to consider these jet sweeps to be gadget plays or something a little bit unusual, right? But now most teams have some version of this play in their playbook. And I think it's a lot because of the receivers that are being developed nowadays. These guys look like running backs, even though they're playing out on the perimeter.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby.
And the Saints are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the 4th quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Winston. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
On 1st and 10, Winston.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing, Winston. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Here's Winston. Looking long for Thomas. And Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So still no touchdowns allowed by this defense. They get the interception there. CD, they have been rock solid.
And at this point, I think they have to expect that they're going to see some shots taken down the field. And that was almost a desperation throw right there, just kind of hoping something good can happen, a completion, a pass interference. But this was anticipated well, and they came up with the INT.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Open man is Waddle, complete.
And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. It's a big play there for Miami. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Here's Mostert.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
On 2nd and goal. Tua. Flush to his right. Caught on the slant. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Mostert.
And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They tried to let the fullback pound it in between the tackles, but he stopped up short. And the Saints able to come up with a goal line stand. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And they will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby.
And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis. Interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Sanders now to add the extra point. He's got it, and the lead swells. It's 28-6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And that last pick 6 may have been the backbreaker as they now face a 3-score deficit in the 4th quarter. They need points quickly. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Well, depending on the temperament of the head coach, he's either turning to the bench and screaming, where was that all game? Or maybe he's just kind of keeping it to himself and saying, okay, it's something to build on, and a positive comes out of it.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery.
tonight. From SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. California. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway in Southern California.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
That was well played there defensively. Two tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Second and 11. Herbert will give this one to Eckler.
And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34.
You've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler, and he's going to have the first down at about the 38. On the give, this is Eckler. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. So here are the Dolphins now with excellent field position to start things out.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at the...
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble.
On third down, here's Eckler. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Here's Eckler. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
He's got exactly what you're looking for. The ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on second down and 11. Out of the gun, Eckler running it. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Wide open, it's Allen, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 24-yard line.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
On second and 11 now. Herbert eluding the pressure right. And the ball is knocked out. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think that you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they...
After reviewing the play, the rule on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one.
A first red zone opportunity here for the Chargers. They've got a first and goal to go at the 7. The handoff, it's Eckler, and he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. No score after one on EA Sports. come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. Eckler, they run left side, and he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers on one play have taken the lead. Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The return man is Hill. And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Tua sets up to pass it. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line.
Nice play call, a little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Brian Flores learned under the master. He's going to go on 4th down. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. And able to catch it, but he's out of bounds. And the throw took him beyond the sideline, and that's going to be a turn.
Now Brian Flores going to take a chance here as he'll throw the reps.
After review the play, the run on the field is reversed.
So that turns out to be a good call by Brian Flores.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Now, that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum, or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top, or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Sure didn't take this offense long to get within striking distance of the end zone. 2 plays.
Feel the energy? You can just feel it, can't you? Because they are creating it on offense, the way they're running the football. Now they've swept into the red zone. Momentum all on their side.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the Chargers 7-yard line.
Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. They'll run right side with Mostert. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From his end zone, here comes Carter. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They'll run here with Eckler. And he's got some space here. He's at the 40. And they will finally haul him down at the Dolphins' 32-yard line. 76 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's Eckler. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Offensive line right now really freeing up the rushing lanes on this drive.
And we have to give them props. They've earned them. But these big runs that we're seeing, they don't result without everyone else being involved as well. Blocking on the perimeter has to take place downfield too.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Second down and 8. They'll try the air now with Herbert. He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams there to make the grab. And the Chargers have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Extra point good by Hopkins, and that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call him, the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Here's Tua. And that is incomplete.
When you're running a slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Tua. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
And again, it's Tagovailoa. Escaping the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. And that will be incomplete. They weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
That one brought back a few nightmares because when a quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going.
And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. So we are at halftime here. There you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it first as we get going in this third quarter.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
47 yards on the ground for him so far. 2nd and 4.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now Tua. And going deep for Hill. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
Tagovailoa going for it on 4th down. Got a man, it's Waddle, complete.
Get off.
Tua to throw again.
That's out to the flat for Edmonds.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. To throw again on 2nd down. Tua.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert, he'll get this to Eckler. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. He will push his way down to about the 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take total control. And yet they find a way to cough it up.
Yeah, the 2-score game opportunity eludes them, and now a chance for the other side to come back here.
Yeah, that means defense has to go out there and make some plays themselves. So we call sudden change. Let's see if the defense is mentally ready to take care of it.
69 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Got to give a nod of appreciation to some of those guys up front over on that left side. Several key blocks sprung him.
No appreciation for the guys from the backside that didn't allow any leakage, and anybody could run him down from the backside.
They're at the kids' table.
Okay, so front side guys good, backside guys, that's what you're supposed to do?
I've had better.
Okay, either way, worked out quite well, didn't it? A nice sizable gain.
On second down, Mostert.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
He was brought down by an 8-yard pickup. First down, Miami.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
The tackle made by Joey Bosa. A gain of 2. Brings up
Second and 8.
at their 49 yard line.
Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Back to the ground on first down, Edmonds. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. That one complete to Hill. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. This is Mostert. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
Once again, it's Mostert.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Mostert not going anywhere. He'll lose a couple back to the 6.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time.
Now a give to Mostert running right.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Bad place to fumble down here in the red zone. At least they got it. They'll have another shot. Or no, they won't have another shot. It's going to be 4th down. Maybe they could at least salvage 3.
And they were thinking 6. At this position of the field, it's go time, right? You take your shots at the end zone. They weren't able to do that one, so you look over at the sideline. There's the head coach saying, oh, heck, kick it, field goal time.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, 4th quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Austin Eckler and the Charger offense reclaim center stage.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
128 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for, because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
Here is Eckler. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Austin Eckler,
his 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Chargers use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 21-10 game. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Miami set to take over. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. So 1 play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Going to the air, Tagovailoa.
Over the middle and complete to Waddle.
A gain of
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
From the 45 on second down, Tua. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Tua to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Tua. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Tagovailoa. That's caught. Waddle on the left side. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 24-yard line. Tua. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's Tua. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to pass. Tua. This is caught. And he takes this one into the end zone. And all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like... Yeah, you know.
Doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. It's a run with Mostert, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy, they stopped him in a big way.
Yeah, I hate to be cliche, but sometimes we overanalyze. They just have more want. Looked like they had more want right there.
More want and more people to the ball.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll conserve whatever time he can as they'll opt to bring it out to the 25-yard line. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. They started on the ground with Eckler. Taking it right down Broadway. The 30. 10. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Now the Charger offense will stay on the field as they'll line up to go for the two-point try. They're going to keep it on the ground. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. And he is going to be stopped short of the goal line. Oh, they'll mark him inside the one. He just couldn't keep churning those extra few inches. And the two-point attempt is turned aside. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derwin James with a pick. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
So Tua and the Dolphins
down by 2 touchdowns, 25 seconds remaining. It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Play action. Now it's Tua. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Back to throw here. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
A lot of practice time, a lot of thinking goes into 2-minute drills, even on the defensive side. So now you want to make sure the guys understand. Continue to be aggressive, but make sure you're smart in doing so.
They'll run with Mostert. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They'll run with Mostert. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come.
It's a run with Mostert.
And he will find the end zone again. So he gets the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, and that'll cut this deficit down a little bit further.
Well, at least at the very end, there's something to take away. They lost the game, but got in the end zone, got a 2-point conversion as well. I don't know, though. In the end, you still lost the football game.
You still lost the game, but maybe they were just capitalizing on the flurry at the end.
Tonight, from Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, it's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports.
And the punter, Rigoberto Sanchez, ready to go, and we are underway from Lucas Oil Stadium. Here comes Deontay Harris from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
What a way to start a drive. An excellent run, a tone setter, and now if you want to take a shot on second down and go play action and make it look like the same exact play and throw it over the top, you can do so because you've established the run in a big way.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. Okay, 2nd and 1, you get nothing. What now on 3rd and 1?
Sorry about that. I was so excited I jumped in on you. This is almost like practice to me. Line it up and do it again. You didn't get it right the first time. Just get right back on the ball and go. It doesn't matter that they know you're coming. You ought to be able to pick up this short yardage.
Well, didn't get it by much, but bottom line got the first down. Avoiding that 3 and out, how vital is that on the first drive?
To me, it's like the first round of a boxing match. You know, it may not mean much right then and there, but you'd rather not lose it, right? So you want to go ahead and get it, kind of establish something early, and hope it can carry through.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. On play action, Winston. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spend too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. 2nd and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7. Winston to give. It's Kamara. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. Gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. A handoff. It's Mark Ingram. And a short gain down to about the 33. Tackle made by Zaire Franklin. Still 9 remaining on second down. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 5-yard pickup on the play. And it's third down.
Jameis to throw it. Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as he'll be marked down a yard or two past the marker following a gain of 6.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now Winston. Going for it all. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas there to make the grab. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Quite the drive there to get things started. They took up the bulk of the first quarter, and they end up in the end zone.
And I love your last point. Ended up in the end zone. Because a lot of teams like those long drives, especially to keep their offense off the field, right? Keep the ball away from them. But they finished it with a touchdown. That's the exclamation point. Now, flip it over defensively. They've got to slow that down somehow, right? Maybe they need to be a little more aggressive. Maybe a few more pressures towards the quarterback.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
And no thought of a return here for Hines.
So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive.
They'll be led out by their veteran quarterback, the MVP of the league back in 2016. It's Matt Ryan.
And when you start with listing a guy's accomplishments like Matt Ryan's, all these years in the league, near the top of the league in completions and percentage, touchdowns each and every year, has won an MVP, taken his team to the Super Bowl. You're talking about a guy who might be finished, but he still has gas left in the tank. Big right arm, great leader, the face of his franchise.
Play action. It's Ryan. He'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second and 9.
From the shotgun, Ryan. That's complete to the running back, Nyheim Hines. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. I've worked with you long enough now to know you like that decision. Go safe, pressure coming, hit your guy underneath.
It's an excellent decision, but he knew it came with consequences, and that's him getting hit on the play, but able to dump it to his running back and gain some yardage. I liked everything about it, especially his ability to stay in the pocket and execute.
On third down, Ryan.
Finds Hines again for the completion. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On second down, right back to Hines.
He's got the first down here inside the 30 and down to the 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
This is Hines. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Now a handoff. Taylor with it.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
On the handoff, Taylor.
And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
The running game's played a huge part in getting him down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
They'll run here with Taylor.
A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Taylor is going to take this one in for a Colts touchdown.
People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that, and wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
A try here for the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told.
And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Here's Harris to return it.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails, because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield. Tony Brown there on the tackle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Going deep here for Landry. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Saints on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Buying time to his left. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. First down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
If he writes a book in the offseason, he ought to title it Undaunted, because where he is on the field, back on his own side, and goes for it and gets it, I got to give it to him on that one.
Yeah, only thing you can justify it with is it was only a few inches that they needed. If it's 4th and 2, probably doesn't do it. Hey, he got it. Give him credit.
Yeah, but if they don't pick it up,
then you're in trouble.
Yeah, they're giving points to the other team at that stage.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Winston now. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts 39. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Throwing, Winston. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Come on, boy. Come on.
Holding offense.
So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Point game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
Sooner or later, we should get a snap, I think. This is now 1st and 25 after another penalty. Now Winston. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They'll throw again. Winston. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. From the gun, Winston. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. That was perfect. From distance, he steps up, knocks it right down Main Street.
And Main Street's celebrating right now with him, aren't they? I love the mechanics of the whole thing. Snap, hold, everything was right on target, and the blocking was perfect, and he executed so well.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
The Colts about to go on offense one final time in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Second down at 7.
To throw is Ryan. He's going to air it out deep for Woods. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Rodrigo Blankenship for the Colts field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will tie things up as we head toward halftime. Maybe a nice psychological boost there just to get back to even with that field goal as we head towards half.
Coaching 101 always says at halftime, play it like it's 0-0 on the scoreboard. Well, in this case, it's level, right? Same score each side. Just start over. Now you get the second half to play.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here, second down. So you want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. The party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. This to Hines on the drop-off. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Throw left side complete. That's Hines. So the completion gets him just a yard. And that's going to make it third down and 10. Ryan. He'll check this down to Hines. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return, and the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it first and 10. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. Second and 6.
Second and 6.
Play action now. Winston. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
First down, New Orleans.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here's Winston. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Saints have moved out in front. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes it a 17-10 score. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. Hines opting not to risk it, and this will come out to the 25.
Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive.
And they're able to get this one across the 35.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Taylor. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
42 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brian, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On 2nd and inches, Ryan. Flush to his right. And he'll find QT on the right side complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. So now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now a give to Taylor. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd and 8 coming up. And they'll try the jet sweep here. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
He's coming. Hey, red man. He's checking. Crash.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun. Check three.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. The Colts unable to convert here on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back.
Partner, when you see a running play stop short like that, you just know that the defensive front, they won the battle of leverage and created the push back into the opposing backfield.
And for the offensive coordinator, whether you had 1 yard to go or 20 yards to go on 4th down, now you're probably saying, oh, maybe I should have passed it, right?
Yeah, hindsight is always 20/20.
Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
At their own 37. They begin on the ground with Kamara. Kamara's got the 1st down and then some. And down right around the 37.
Good, strong, explosive run that started inside, which means you've got to control those defensive linemen, the defensive tackles, the nose guards. Those guys have to be controlled. How about the offensive line, the job they just did?
Yeah, key that A-gap usually on those runs, right?
That's where it all starts because everyone wants to kind of control that area. It disrupts things from the defensive side and the offensive side. As we just saw, it opens up possibilities.
Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it. And the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
On 2nd down, Kamara. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Winston. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And is it a touchdown? No signal. No, they say incomplete. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Lutz puts this one through. And they double him up here. That makes our score 20-10.
So that, CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
the made field goal. Lutz to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Indy set to go on offense once more. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a two-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly.
59, Danny, 125, 11.
Now Ryan on first down. To the right side, complete to Taylor. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
51. It's two. I got to shoot this up. Got it. We got three.
Now it's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And got his man complete. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Ryan. That ball caught by Campbell. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Again, Ryan. Escaping the pressure right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've been trying and trying, but they haven't sacked him yet. He's been able to get away and make plays. Tried to make another one downfield right there, but to no avail. They'll have to keep up the pursuit, though, and not let him get hot.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Gun. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Here we go. Mike, 56. Mike, 56. Wait. 56 for Mike. Let's go.
Ryan. Flushed out right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Unnecessary roughness. Defense.
Come on, man.
Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Check. 20. Got.
They run with Hines. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. A gain of 3, 2nd down. From the gun, it's Ryan. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. A great effort there. There to make the grab.
And the Colts have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And, partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting in this 4th quarter.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here comes Harris out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You've got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 29. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. My, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I've just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Out of the backfield. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. They'd love to get a little closer if they need to kick the field goal on 4th down. From this spot, it's 46 yards. Ryan to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Blankenship's kick is good. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got the 2-minute warning to come up. Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Jameis Winston and the Saints ready to go back again on offense.
And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. And that'll set them back 5. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Winston.
Pass complete, Thomas.
And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. That one good for 21 yards, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Winston to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long coming up. Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want to have that pressure. And if you have a big-time pass rusher, send him after the quarterback and then make sure you blanket the field.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Winston. Thomas brings it in.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
12 yards on back-to-back plays there, and that's another first down. Winston. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
On 3rd down, Winston. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Majors used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Here's Ryan. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36.
And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime.
Boy, Charles, what a critical call in a tie game late.
You want to have the tight coverage. You don't want to cause the penalty. Pass interference in this case, remember, it's a yardage foul in the NFL, a spot foul where it occurs.
Every eye in the stadium fixated on Rodrigo Blankenship.
This a long one from 54. It looks good, and it is good. From 54 yards away, he bangs it through. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.